Mike, Sports, Vibes. Thank you for vibing with the bull. We talking James Harden right now. We talking about that James Harden talk. I'm tired of talking about James Harden. Tell me in the comments below, are you tired of these rumors saying that James Harden's reconsidering coming back to the Philadelphia 76ers to play with the regular season MVP Joel Embiid? Are you tired of it? Because I'm tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want James Harden in a Philadelphia uniform. And I'm not going to sit here and say, because I'm not crazy, I'm not going to sit here and say that James Harden isn't an all-time great. I'm not going to say that he's a scrub. But what I seen in Game 6, what I seen in Game 7, he don't got that Philadelphia mentality that I would think he would have after all this time in the NBA. After losing so much in the playoffs, not being successful in the playoffs, not winning the finals, not just getting to the finals, but I'm talking about getting that championship. Because that's the only thing missing from James Harden's resume is a championship. And for him to fold like that in Game 6 against the Celtics, for him to fold like that against the Celtics in Game 7, the second half of Game 7 was the worst I have ever seen from James Harden. And yes, some of the blame is on Embiid. I understand it. But right now I'm talking about James Harden. Do you want James Harden in a Philadelphia uniform, Philadelphia 76er fan? Because I'm going to tell you right now, for me, nah, bruh. Nah. One more time for the people that didn't hear what I said. Nah, bruh. Nah. Let me do it one more time. Three more. Three is the charm and right now. Nah, bruh. Nah. I'm not having it. I don't want it. I hope a lot of other Philadelphia 76er fans are understanding where I'm coming from. Yes, he's a great point guard. Yes, he took a step back to Joel Embiid, and that's part of the reason why Joel Embiid is the MVP of the regular season. I understand that. Led the lead in assists last season. I understand that. I understand his greatness. I understand how good James Harden is. But when it counts the most, is he reliable? That's a good question. Because I could honestly, the argument could be, well, damn, he got us 2 games by scoring 40 points in Game 1, and I forgot the other game he scored 40 points. A 40-piece nugget. He did his job. And a lot of people will argue, where was Joel Embiid? Well, we know all about that. Joel Embiid's hurt. Joel Embiid just didn't play well. Period. No excuses. When you're on the court, all the injury excuses don't mean nothing. But as the star point guard, it's your job to get everybody on the team involved. If your star isn't doing what he needs to do, why don't you try getting Tyrese Maxey involved more? Why don't you try to get everybody else involved more? I know that you're going to say, well, Doc Rivers needed to do that. Okay, but Doc Rivers isn't playing, and I don't even want to talk about Doc Rivers because I know Doc Rivers is starting to sound like a hater to me. I'm keeping it real. But Doc Rivers is starting to sound like a hater to me with all this stuff talking about Joel Embiid. Of course, he has to stay healthy, Doc Rivers. That's the number one thing. We all know this. We all know. Talking about it was too hard to play with James Harden. Okay, we all know that. I'm not going to get into that. We talking about James Harden. But I'm just going to say this right now. I'm not going to make this video long. James Harden, I think you're a great player. But the 76er fans, a lot of us, I'm going to say at least 85% of the fan base do not want you to be in a Philadelphia uniform after the performance you have showed us in Game 6 and Game 7. We don't want you, brother. We'd rather have somebody else. We'd rather have somebody else. Tell me in the comments below what y'all think about what I'm saying, about what I'm talking about, because I'm going to talk my talk, and I have to keep it real. I got to keep it real in this matter. Talking about he's thinking about coming back. Come on, man. Is it about the money? Of course it's about the money. Or is it about winning? Or is there something else that's not coming out in the news? Maybe the Rockets aren't really trying to give you the type of money that you was expecting to come back. So now you're second guessing yourself. Like, maybe I should go back to the Philadelphia 76ers. I might get like 30 million less, but at least I have a chance to win a championship. Because you're not winning it with the Rockets, with that young team. Unless they trade some more of their pieces to get more stars. That's the only way. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna talk y'all to death. Thank you for vibing with me. And like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm gonna keep bringing it to you all off season. We gonna have fun. And best believe I'm going live every single Friday at 8 o'clock. It's definitely going down. We talking all things 76ers. And yes, I am a hybrid sports fan. So I'm riding with the Minnesota Vikings as well. I talk about both. No hate against the Eagles. No hate against the Steelers. But I bleed purple over here. I am a hybrid sports fan. And I'm proud of it. But and as always, ladies and gentlemen, I really appreciate you vibing with me. If you're a Philadelphia 76er fan, like and subscribe. And I'm out.